Welcome to the Wave passenger briefing. This briefing is broken into two sections: risk awareness of transfer operations and the safety features of the Wave, and understanding use of the Wave and your role and responsibilities. Section 1: Risk awareness and safety features. There are 4 key risks in offshore crane transfer: falling from the carrier, lateral impact, vertical impact, and immersion. The Wave protects from the 4 key risks with the following features. A large proportion of transfer incidents involve falling from the carrier. Causes of these could include losing grip, being knocked from the carrier, or jumping to avoid hazards. The protected position and restraints provided in Wave allow passengers to brace and secure themselves from falling. To protect passengers from side impacts, the Wave has secure standing spaces inside the stainless steel frame and rigid buoyancy panels. Polymer foam feet provide shock mitigation from heavy landings. In the unlikely event of immersion, the buoyancy will keep the Wave floating with passengers' heads above the waterline. The low center of gravity and high center of buoyancy mean the Wave will self-right to vertical if immersed at an angle. The 4 key risks mentioned are not the only risks to which passengers and crew are exposed. Personnel lifting, particularly offshore transfer, is a safety-critical operation and requires all those involved to maintain awareness and a professional attitude to preserve the safety of all personnel. Section 2: Using the Wave. When riding the Wave, the appropriate personal protective equipment should be issued by the person in charge. The type and style of PPE may vary, however, Reflex Marine recommend use of the following. The passenger restraints in the Wave provide a close fit to the body for protection from falling and side impacts. With this constraint, we recommend manually inflating life jackets are used. Automatically inflatable jackets may be used but could impede exit from Wave in the event of immersion. Yoke-type life jackets or work vests are not recommended as they can interfere with the passenger's entry and exit. For passenger head protection, we recommend working at height style helmets, as they provide a secure fit, good all-round protection, and have a slimmer profile. Standard hard hats are less secure and provide less side protection. Prior to transfer, all passengers and crew should be briefed on the operation and on the transfer equipment to be used. When assigned PPE, check that it is fitted correctly. The deck crew should assign passengers into transfer groups and give instructions on the safe route to the carrier. Passengers should stay at the muster station until advised to proceed by the deck crew. Passengers should maintain awareness at all times and listen to instructions from the deck crew. Rigid transfer carriers such as the Wave require the crane operator to maintain slack in the wire rope lifting assembly to account for vessel motion and heave. The deck crew should manage the position of the wire rope away from the passengers. The deck crew should provide instruction to the passengers when entering and exiting. To simplify passenger loading, each passenger should approach from a dedicated entry point. Markings on the carrier indicate to enter and take the position on the left-hand side. Passengers enter the riding position by inserting their left shoulder in between the 2 vertical restraints. Then, using body weight, leaning against the restraint, allows the right shoulder to come in behind. Passengers may then make use of the grab handles or cross arms over the restraints. For takeoff and landing, a brace position should be adopted with knees bended slightly. Reflex Marine recommends that inexperienced passengers are given the opportunity to practice entering and exiting the restraints prior to transfer operations. Prior to the lift, the deck crew will carry out a final check on the carrier. Communicate with the crew if you're unsure about your position or security, and listen to any instructions from the deck crew. During the transfer, remain in your position. Do not move past the restraints. Follow instructions from the deck crew at all times. And do not place your hands near the load plate or the slings. Upon landing, await instructions from the deck crew to disembark. Exit to your left. Be aware of any hazards on deck and remain clear of the lifting assembly. And proceed to the muster area as instructed. In an emergency, the lift may be aborted. In such a situation, the deck crew will order passengers to disembark. Leave the carrier maintaining awareness for any hazards, and follow instructions from the deck crew. If during the lift there is an issue such as stranding or excess swing, remain in your position and await instructions before recovery procedures can be initiated. For medical evacuations, the wave can be used for walking casualties. If a stretcher is used, 2 passengers can travel with the stretcher, and equipment such as intravenous drips can be hung from the central column. When installing a stretcher into the wave, the procedure is broadly as follows. Lift the stretcher to height, slide the stretcher in head first, and secure the stretcher with the casualty's center of mass at the person's waist between the columns. The foot end of the stretcher will protrude slightly from the carrier. Loading a stretcher into the wave should be practiced regularly. To lift a casualty may take 4 persons, with a 5th person directing from within the wave. As a general rule, Reflex Marine recommends all luggage is transferred separately to reduce additional distractions to passengers and crew whilst boarding and disembarking the wave. The luggage basket in the center of the wave is provided for smaller items. If items are to be taken, then it is recommended that the deck crew handle the luggage prior to the passengers entering and after the passengers exit. Larger items may be secured to the floor grating. Note that the safe working load of the wave is the weight of the passengers and the luggage. Feedback and reporting are important to help us improve and improve your operations. Report any concerns over safety and comfort, procedure and control, operating performance, or equipment condition. Report all incidents and near misses no matter how small they seem, and if in doubt, ask. Information and guidance on all of our products can be found via our website. If you have any feedback or questions, please contact us.